Keep in mind before we start this chapter, failure either holds you back or pushes you on. It is your choice, and it is not a choice you get to avoid. Every morning you get to make that choice again. We will take a look at how to overcome the paralyzing and emotional impact issue of failure, but only after we address the much bigger issue of learning from our failures. The only reason salespeople don't learn from their failures is they are unwilling to. They find that looking at what went wrong and understanding and accepting their role in the failure is a process that makes them feel deeply insecure. They avoid it like kids avoid algebra. Too often they feel the best way to get past the blame they feel is to move on to the next customer as quickly as possible. Blaming yourself is the polar opposite of accepting your responsibility and being accountable. Salespeople who are quick to blame themselves are quick to blame everything else as well. Try to imagine a football team where nobody was willing to watch game films. All the players just blamed themselves or their coaches, the weather, or just chalked up their lost game to bad luck. As absurd as this approach to winning football games sounds, it happens every day in the sales game. Hey, listen, there are major companies that have never done a single in-depth loss review, even when they keep failing at the same kinds of deals over and over again. They have institutionalized failure because they choose not to learn from it. When asked, they can wax eloquent about how their competitors are better funded, ruthless, or underhanded. They become really good at convincing themselves and others that they are not to blame for their poor sales performance. Not only that, there are companies out there that don't believe there is any such thing as selling failure. I'm not kidding. One of the largest medical equipment companies in the U.S. looks at every sale they lose to a competitor as an engineering problem. Their logic is that everyone buys their products because their products are better than anyone else's. Thus, if a prospective customer chooses a competitor, it must mean that the competitor has a better product. Their response is, let's get the engineers in here and fix this sales problem. By the way, this is the same company that spends a fortune every year to provide product training for their sales force, but less than 2% of their training budget on sales training.